Today we will be revising our detailed answer. Already we have revised the book exercise and short answers. So now we will revise the detailed answer. Later you have to revise the whole things together and write the test in the evening. Before writing the test, you must use the unruled paper for writing your exam. Draw the margin, draw lines after each and every question and answer. Write in a neat handwriting. Write your name, class and section clearly. Okay, children. Now, physics lesson 3, detailed answer. Second question. Describe an activity to show that pressure at all points at the same horizontal level in a liquid is the same. Okay, so the question is, I repeat the question. Describe an activity to show that pressure at all points at the same horizontal level in a liquid is the same. So the answer is make 4 holes at the same height in a bottle. You will notice that all the water jets travel at the same distance from the bottle. This is because the pressure is the same at all points at the same level of a liquid. So you have to draw this diagram. Okay, you have to draw the second one, this diagram, second diagram. So look at the bottle. You have to make 3 holes. You have to make some holes, but they should be at the same level. Okay, they should be at the same level. There should not be any difference in their height. Okay, so you have to pour the water into the bottle. After pouring, fill the bottle with water, filling the bottle with water. Release the holes so that the water will come out from the bottle. When you notice, the water will come out with the same speed in all the direction. Okay, there is no difference in their speed. They will come out with the water jets will have the same distance, and this is because that pressure at the same level. Okay, pressure at the same level in a liquid remains the same. This experiment clearly explains us that the pressure at the same level, okay, the pressure at the same horizontal level of the water will always be the same. There will be no difference in their pressure, even though if their directions are changed. Is it clear, children? So only 2 lines and a diagram only fetch you mark. So you have to draw the diagram with a sharp pencil neatly and clearly. Is it clear, children? Yes. Shall we go to the next one? So now chemistry, third lesson, detailed answers. Uh, describe fractional distillation. Describe fractional distillation method. See, we are revising the questions, no? Both the questions, no? They are diagrammatic questions. So you can get marks. So that I am revising these questions. Okay, children? So describe fractional distillation. Fractional distillation. By fractional distillation, we can separate liquids which differs in their boiling points by 20 degrees Celsius or more. So, we can separate the liquid mixture. The liquid mixtures should have the boiling point difference of 20 degrees Celsius or more than that. Such mixtures can be separated by this fractional distillation method. Is it clear, children? We can separate the mixtures, but the liquids must have water. The difference in their boiling point. What is boiling point? The temperature at which the liquid begins to boil is their boiling point. So their boiling point difference should be at least 20 degrees Celsius difference. Okay, such liquids can be separated by this fractional distillation method. Look at the diagram. This diagram you have to neatly draw in your answer sheet. Okay, so neatly and clearly, and also you have to mark the parts. You have to mark the parts. Is it clear, children? So practice the diagram clearly. That will fetch you the mark. Okay. The liquid mixture is boiled in the distillation flask fitted with a fractionating column and a Liebig condenser. So, the distillation flask, the round flask, no, that where the liquid mixture is kept, that is called distillation flask, and it has to be connected with the fractionating column. It has to be connected with the fractionating column, like a thermometer is kept, isn't it? That is fractionating column. And the Liebig condenser is the one which is kept at the sideways. Okay, at the side of the distillating flask is the Liebig condenser, where the hot vapors are cooled. So the attachment has to be kept as like given in the figure. Is it clear, children? So go through the diagram very clearly. At the end of the Liebig condenser, you have to keep a receiver to receive the liquid. Okay, so this is the arrangement for fractional distillation method. Is it clear? Okay, now the mixed vapors enter the fractionating column, where the vapors of the higher boiling liquid condense and trickle back into the distillation flask. Okay, so at first what happens, the mixed vapor enters the fractionating column. Okay, where the vapors of higher boiling liquid condense and trickle back into the distillation flask. Okay, so here all the vapors of all the liquids will enter the fractionating column, and where the more volatile liquid will escape as vapors, while the less volatile liquids are which will boil in high temperature will enter into the flask again, and the liquid which boils at a low temperature will be converted as a vapor and enters into the Liebig condenser. Do you understand that is given here? The vapors of the lower boiling liquid however passes into the Liebig condenser, where they condense, the liquid is collected in the receiver. So the mixed vapors will enter into the fractionating column, and there what happens, the high boiling liquid, okay, the liquid which has higher boiling point will once again enter into the distillating flask, while the liquids which are boiling at a high temperature will those vapors will be sent to the Liebig condenser. In Liebig's condenser, the condensation process takes part. The condensation process, what happens? The condensation part will be happening there. Okay, so the hot vapors will be converted into liquid. How? The small tube, the narrow tube is there, isn't it? That narrow tube, or surround the narrow tube is a wide glass tube, where the cool water is sent in, and the cool water will makes the hot vapor to condense, and the vapor will be converted into liquid, and the liquid is collected in the receiver part, which is kept below the Liebig's condenser. Is it clear, children? Yes. So that's how we have collected the less volatile liquid first. Okay, do you understood this? Yes, hope you have understood. The temperature of the boiling mixture remains constant till the lower boiling liquid distills completely. So the boiling point mixture, the temperature of the boiling mixture will remain constant. We should not increase the temperature, so that it will remain constant until all the lower boiling liquid, that is we have sent to the Liebig's condenser, that liquid completely distills. Okay, then the temperature again rises till the higher boiling liquid starts distilling. Okay, after collecting all the lower boiling point liquid in the receiver, we have to increase the temperature of the distillation flask, so that the another liquid which is kept in the flask will start to boil. The receiver is quickly changed to collect the higher boiling point. We have to change the receiver quickly, so that the lower boiling point liquid will be collected first, and then the higher boiling liquid. The liquids obtained by boiling a mixture at different temperatures are called fractions. So we are collecting the liquids, separate liquids, no? So lower boiling liquids first, then higher boiling liquid, like that we are collecting, no? Like that the separate liquids are called to be fractions, and the method of fractional distillation is also called fractionation. Okay, fractionation. So the another name for fractional distillation is fractionation. Do you understood this method, children? Do you understood this method? Hope you have understood. See, we are taking the mixture in the condenser, and we are connecting the condenser flask with the fractionating column and Liebig's condenser. Below the Liebig condenser, we are keeping a receiver. This is the arrangement for the fractional distillation method. The mixture has to be taken in the distillation flask, and after the mix all the vapors of the mixture liquid will enter into the fractionating column. There higher boiling liquid vapors will be collected back into the flask, while the lower boiling uh, lower boiling gas vapors will be sent to the Liebig's condenser. In the Liebig's condenser, the hot vapors will be uh, condensed, and those the condensed liquid will be collected in the receiver. Okay, is it clear? So until then you should not increase the temperature of the mixture. After collecting the low boiling liquid completely, quickly change the receiver. Another new empty receiver has to be kept, so that the higher boiling liquid will be collected. Now increase the temperature. Once again the mixture will start to the mixture will start to evaporate, and this vapors will be condensed in the condenser, and you can collect the liquid as you like. So this collecting the liquids that are collected separately, no, that separate liquid is called to be fraction, and the method is also known as fractionation. This method, this is about fractional distillation method. Is it clear, children? So neat diagram will fetch you more marks. Do the revision thoroughly and report in the, after watching the video, report in the group, and also write your exams faithfully and truthfully. Okay, children? Thank you. Meet you in the next class. All the best to get more marks. Thank you, children.